All right, folks, today I am doing a benchmark I5-13600kf. This is one of the Thermalright CPU coolers that I have, but I've added the 5300 RPM fan to it. You can see right now it's chugging along at 2689 RPMs. All right. So we're going to run through our benchmarks and see what this gives you. Before I do all that, though, I'll show you the system information, and I think hopefully you guys can hear me on this. I've switched over to a wireless mic, make life a little easier as I go from one workstation to the other. All right. Now we just probably have to work on the volume, but here's what we have: i5-13600kf, 16 gigs of RAM, 3000 megahertz. There's the motherboard. This is one of the ones I have that's got some issues, but Zotac GTX 1630, Windows 11. Let me clear this out, and then we will run the benchmark. And you can hear that thing turning. All right, so there's the score, 7965. You can see the max RPM was 4530, and that's in this column right here. Temperature wise, we got up to 69 degrees Celsius. Hit 5.22 supposedly, and upwards of 158 to 160 watts of power. All right, so there's one benchmark. Now, it obviously did not hit the 5300 RPM. What a surprise. Guy just killed XTU. All right, so here's Cinebench R20. I'll bring this back up. I'm going to show you on each one of these the charting. We'll have this. Basically, we're going to have this set up, all right? That's what it'll look like. There's one of the last scores I ran. Let's go ahead and run this. We should hit higher temps than 69. You can hear this thing is really getting loud. And we may just hit 5,300. We're almost to 5,000. I would give you all the decibels on this, but it looks like my decibel reader needs new batteries. So when we review this fan, I'll try and provide that information too. Yeah. Decibel reader is totally dead at the moment. Looks like the batteries might be pretty messed up. All right, so there was our score, a little less than the last time we ran this. Now this is my Thermalright cooler that has this it's single 120, usually 120 millimeter fan, single tower, and it has the 6 copper pipes on it. So it's one of the better ones. It only cost me, I think, like somewhere in the 20s. Like say set $27. All right, so not the best score. Let's go ahead and pull up R23. Oh yeah, folks, before we do that, well, it's a little late. 75 was the hottest it got. A little higher on the max core, supposedly, and it did use more power. So let's reset this. Go ahead and run it. And if anything's going to get this thing to 5300, it's going to be this. So it's still running. Doesn't look like we're ever going to hit 5300 RPM on this thing. Interesting whether this throws more error than the 3000 RPM 140 millimeter fan. Of course, if you did the math on it or looked at the cubic feet per minute on it, it would, you'd be able to see. But I'm just going by how much cool air I'm feeling on me. It's quite a bit. All right, so before we check the score, max temp 76. And this does have power limit set to unlimited, just so you know, 182. So definitely sucking up some power. And there's our score, folks, 23,616. I'd have to look at my chart where that falls. I think that's kind of an average score for this CPU. And of course, it was in a Z690 or Z790. We might get a little bit more out of it. And definitely if we overclocked it, we would. Thanks for checking out the video, folks. Hope you got something out of it. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.